Good morning. From February to May of 2021, I went through the process of coming out as gay to my friends, family, and eventually the general public. In that process, I lost contact with most of the faith community that I had grown up in, as I had come from a church that was neither affirming nor approving of the person that I discovered I was. This brought me to a difficult moment. I had been so engrossed in my faith that at one point I'd planned to go to the seminary and serve as a pastor myself. But now my faith and my very being were at odds. I spent most of June and July that year, like the prophet Habakkuk, doubting there was any place for a God I wasn't sure had a place for me. I was driving to meet a friend downtown, and I was going west on Alameda when I came across this beautiful-looking church with a tower out front. And being a sucker for church architecture and organs, thought to myself, I'd love to see the inside of that building. On a whim, I found Augustana's website and made plans to attend the then outdoor early service the following Sunday, hoping I'd get a chance to peek into the sanctuary. I now realize I could have just gone to the 10:30 service, but you live and learn. I got dressed that morning and hesitated for a moment before grabbing the woven pride bracelet that I had taken to wearing every day. I arrived right at the start of service, so I only had time to grab a bulletin, mumble a few hellos, and grab a seat. The service itself was creatively done, given the COVID restrictions at the time, but it wasn't until we started singing that I realized how much I had missed this, and how indescribable the feeling was being in church and living truthfully as the person God had made me to be. I definitely found myself getting emotional at little things, like singing hymns I'd always known, Savior, like a shepherd lead us. Immediately following the service, I found myself absolutely surrounded by people. Marcia, who had made a point to mention that we have a new choir director from the Colorado Chorale and how I needed to join the choir yesterday. And Shanna found me and told me that there was a young adults Bible study group that I should come be a part of, and Blake talked to me about the music ministry here. And during all of this, I found myself thinking about the sermon that Pastor Ann had just given. She had spoken about taking rest in God's grace and love and spending time among the people that God had given you. And right then in that moment, I realized that God was giving me the one thing I needed more than anything right then: community. 64 weeks later, I am standing here, having experienced through this community more of God's love and grace than I had in the 25 years before. This year, the stewardship campaign's theme is grace in action. I can confidently say that without the action taken by this congregation that July morning, I would not be in a church or a faith community. And through the resources that Augustana provides, like an easy-to-navigate website, live stream services, and the wonderful music ministry and choir, I was able to finally take rest in God's grace and remember that I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I hope that you consider making a pledge to the campaign this year in whatever way you're able. This church has done amazing things for me, and I pray that it continues to do amazing things for other folks like me. Thank you so much.